sanso emu akwaba emu atenase eba adwempa dwumadie eso yebedi nkomo ede afa efisem ho na anope no nyame adomo akwasi ada eye janom eda edru sada ya na ehu de ubo ehu ahoboa ene ehu asiesie no na yentante yenta ehunu ekofom ni nyina ne sen wo hwe maame no mo anase enanom de na se ba yewura eye epremu no ano na chese ehu de ubo na badendende na adenti na janom edru ho no mo a aya na ya relaxe obo okrampo a wonfa ho se Father's Day bi eba eye meme abna ameka say dia enka meme de enka de bia no na enka menya say eye Father's Day ede be ntira e bia na eye kwane a meja efa so enminya ayonko fa bi anase wode ebo atete ye no eno ena amasa odo no aba na wo de no sen ena na etie wo de no sen na wonya no eja ben ena wonya efrem mu ede besese breha anopai yatena se ana yebedi nkomo ede efa ejanom asede ehu anopai eja wo hwe yen asede ben ena oye ewo efie no a woni abofra no etimo no ede ben na woye ede ma abofra no na wo eja no kra no osomfaso ewo abofra setena mu anase ne bremu no eno nso ene sen anopai yebedi nkomo na emre no beba na wa wo hwe yen so no watumi enya akwanya na wa ba mu bi woni wo papa experience amunya ye ewa abrabomu sesi aye kasai minimum fi awadie but ye ma wakwanya na kase kan bibi efa papa ho a obetumi aka na meme de ka metumi aka ma na broso na wo nso anopai ehu nkomo ene eba bedi ne Councillor George Lutterodt ena atenase aye ba be ye ne sa Councillor Machen
ye no akode
nyame adom na wo nso
wo ya akoso eya so china wo yi
ochina so me birthday
no ochina so your birthday enti me da nyame asese yi na be hia your birthday no be ma asese na ba fom
ede
asese no
ade obi di ne birthday Australia
na se nyina na start ye dey last 2 weeks was a day
obi di ne birthday aya na
gift brem kra na wo je endu birthday
aya na enigye no wo hu
enti wani age se udi wa woda ye fancy wa men di hwe ya kom kire empaibo akrom che empaibo any day then abe aka
minim una oka
won so abehwe yie na nkoda ne nyinsen e say ye yi it's a circle no best of one child you will be a father by force on mamiki wa hwa na ebu aka osi
eti bi masem na wo kan
bi di duabo bi ato ade
Councillor so nim say me a virgin
wo say
me a virgin
me
unim
me look there are some things when you want to say be careful. You see what trouble has happened to Joyce Blessing and the management?
Unim say me a virgin.
No, me see there are things I won't get involved.
You will be involved.
Because yet here, and our management did let Taba say, video now Joyce Blessing here, and Naka or Yama, Dave Joy, I any cool. And then Rami Jim and Simona McKay be said, oh, yeah, analysis there, but be out the video no quiet. When if you spread it, I am what 12.
And a Dave Joy.
And a Dave Joy, a brand here come away.
And a body who kuha.
Na body who are very good for kissing. Pantine. No about.
As a sapo.
Why wouldn't him? You have to know them this until him bro. And where you should the idea chess sapo. And it's not just a sapo. Sapona KK. I'm not K and AK. And the Akuban said, Sapoi. No, I bet kind of stroke.
But Councillor, my young bibi ewaha, and a person will share ya. A hefa na wo. Baby a wo no mepese say a message kra no a obetumi asende ede aba number no me beto dwa but obetumi afre nso na o papa se o papa wo anya wo stepfather na ye ka there be o papa wono enam enyo maami kunu ho asem na ye ka o papa enam sebe ne hunsuo mu ema wo ba asase so wono ho asem na ye ka wawu kura no a nyame adom akwasi ada ye ka wo mo eno nti no ede be na wo kai ede fa wo papa ehu anopenchi akese enko emfa ema ora Palgrave Boache Dankwa wo ye government spokesperson on security anopei eja mache wapo mu boko de enka mu bo buga ana mu de buga to mu maami anke be ye mede menya ne ntie se onwumu aya wo 30 no na meba ma ba beje enwum ne bi minim se utumi ye selection pa ngenye security na aye ya ka obeye musician eno nso ewo hwa no pay happy Father's Day in advance ora Palgrave Boache Dankwa happy Father's Day in advance enkoma ora Matthew Kwajo Opoku se me papa no counselor ena ane ena ora George Reverend George Lutterodt happy Father's Day in advance.
Also your ex-boyfriend.
Me nim ni baby a. Me nim no but me we show in advance. Say o papa nso te ase.
Mapo nyenwe.
But o te ase.
Pa.
Ono nso no me we hye no Father's Day in advance. Say o
tumi.
Say o tumi ese ni sika e wo bi ti se wo ho.
No correct.
What you say?
And now when nyame anse ni sika me ho pan kan kan wonye obi ni ndi nkomo se e ma ho ne enwo so. Thank God for your clay. Tie. Eti koma na me no di ne ba wo ya. Joyce Blessing, the ex-husband no. And na oye janso at the same time fathers. What you say? Eti enu me de maso me go kan ne say Joyce Blessing management. Omo ye sure said the omo chwo ne sa say sa dia. Me mo nko ba bi omo si omo kwa ye investigation omo nko Dave Joy ho. Adie anchi less than me fit TV so just around 9 something before 12 o'clock na video na Santa Councilor bejubu asema ka eni ni o sena asem na nya sa na tie na obi kase mi say Zion Felix ya Zion Felix madudu okunu Zion Felix obeware na nsen ya mpo na moni ewu de akoba ne se ono so se na enwu ya mpo se Dave Joy ba beyi na no ana
oh no ba councilor me na enwu ya se Dave Joy beyi ano
ade
adenti na obeyi ano oka anyansa sembi owie ne kasa no
o se dey
o se enti nkwala ne nti adenti na nkwala ne nti enimguasie we no wanfa nhye wo ho na obeyi ano
there be odi hye ne ho se your friend Kwame ana your friend Kwame
ehun hia
se die
oni wa ware pen ena yenim da oye video no ena wankasa no wo Dave no wankasa no ka Dave Joy ana aye ne deseni a Joyce ka ne ho wo Dave no wankasa no wo ware no wo se ring na ade ma na ehye no enti yenim emreko a Joyce eye video no
na chese no sa asem ne kire se oye aye no mo te wale
ena me ka se enti we no nya nkire mu bia de obeka aye ama nkrofo ahunu se empo Joyce ebo adwaman se ne ana ensem bi ekokoso no a wama womo ana womo ka no enya dance ese bibi sa ayedey ekoso
dance no mo le court no mo le kwa
o se ni mgu asesem
wane ne ma gu ase
counselor oba a wone no wo mma oba a wone na tena da empo wone ni mampo a ya na mema bi sorry timi ko gina bontin didi womo partners atem ana se womo excess atem wo bontin no me ne womo nya adwene
tie mi
na boy ni ye no
na me ka se ona me kwa kofa fi se sana Zion Felix ka se na ko ye di yanka
kebeboa
but ono so see on trust me em pa atade a hye no
atade na ye de hye na na aye dey
ono so na ni megu ase
ne ho be na begu ase
na wo ma Joyce Blessing abu o ma Joyce Blessing aye say enti wo be krom abeyi ni ho ano na me bisa se Dave Joy beyi ni ho ano yi den wanya fi
den na wanya
si wanya di ye discuss no
discuss ho
yade ba ko a na e ha me ne say na ka me ne Dave Joy anka man be mi ya no and what's the reason o kase wie ye no o say ye wo court ye be hia e wo court
enti wo be kasa ye
enti say be hia wo court po anka na ka media obisa me anka ye gya ne nto saa said that Joyce Blessing and so be Joyce ti agina mu but
obi anyi ni ti
ono a Dave Joyce san ka bibi say Dave can say enkwala ni ti okay so
no
enti say who your father na unya husband bioma you should watch what you do because the children will come and become very better against you
yes
whether your case is even right or wrong but sen asem ne kono ebi mani yaje ba me ka o
wani di obi how mu say
oh na say obi de no no wuti wei unim se na grofo amini o
wo mini mi a wo mini me kwa
wo bo ye mini wa ebenya o e san se nche ne enya o won sa wo so enti wo mpo kitafo am ne boy de na usuo se betofo enti wo de ebetime enya o na so de me de ne se wunim ho enti unim se na ahwo ho wo pon show anu akoda wo ebi kwa wo fa wu ba na akọ no asan ba fi enti unim ho so hwa Bia unya asem. But how can you be careful to be careful? The American says, "Sir Joyce asem ya ekukoi." And no American patro cancer. But they've joined the Wabe Kenches management in Anya Omotor investigation. A Tony be a banner be a write up to do damage control. Seek the wisdom of the professionals. And no one can one say if they are sure, because there are these videos here by say management in Anka, Mamike, like we would not address it. What must say? In the first place, like whatever video has gone out there, whether Joyce was drinking, whether Joyce was doing this, whether she was broken-hearted, the management could have not even done anything because this thing will not affect the musical career of Joyce. But their trigger have started a new war. Right now, the husband is saying it's not me, and who is the person? I am not Kwame, and who is that Kwame? And this video is an old video.
Dave Kwame and Ponsan bi kra.
I see or no, yeah, Kwame Ponsan.
Okay.
Yeah, friend Kwame and Ponsan.
Okay.
What must say? Now said Dave nim Kwame Kuna ye kana ye onim Kwame ye bisa, and he's granting interviews on radio.
But say woni mo say obi nso obi wasati bi animu a na no to me form. Ni rate me so efi ne ho so kakra.
They won't. They how many say? I thought the way you can say DNA sem one kasa. I thought Dave could have just remained
DNA cry ho hiampo.
Because I thought she could have just remained that hero for the children to see. But me stress one swa titi video yi.
Okoyi ba ye no.
Ukoyi ba ye no. Money yo. And they throw you salute to money ya. Why are there? But my catcher just blessing say, baby a video if you buy a so kai me. Na say baby oh.
But counselor ni na kosi say.
David na say baby oh.
Ebi wo ho kra no a ye hwe ya yonko famu yi.
David ye na say baby oh.
Me say wo mu say baby wo ho.
Eti so ni baby a fi buy a.
Onkosi ho kwan.
That's all.
And I say,
and your press release.
Wouldn't say, Counselor, wouldn't say, man, or her name be a
home. One block unblocking no. Not friend, not Kenya, some channel. Kwaku skate here. And we are saying there, Majidada. The open me any. Na me catch you. A dear year, there be a moon of a cinema. Mimi nim diabo. And you two on a minimum two. Now, dear year, Kai say me ye me to chrel. Me di no foi ma. Dan I see a fu na me ye no so chrel. What you say? Galam say yo. Galam say ya say to forest na me ni pedi bu asio. Enti me sire wo. Baby a wa sha say fedi wa yo. O unblocking no send audio. Audio
no so betre or be san so send the audio. Yeah, and no say trouble. Enti na make a choice cancel.
Audio no kono spread the audio.
No. Me I come in kwa onya no. De opa bi onye.
Eh!
And nipa bi wo ho no ma ho.
Nipa ni gwase nya sao.
Counselor tie nipa bi wo ho no ma.
Na kwesi na do say body mama fathers mo kwesi dey we by. Me show.
Yes.
But unbreakable.
Answer na be wie ye be koya asem ne so no. Wonim say nipa say ye ketewa bi. E na nipa du ho no ma wasi ne bo say wo be say wo no ma ne nse wo nko. Ye won krofo yes me power chow. No. Me nya ohwe.
Me ma say me nko.
Oh, we no. Ah be me so aba be yi ne ho anu. Enim guase be na chen we.
O anya nim guase say nim guase for we Joyce adeje mo be power.
We ahun
But I think my problem is that the management should be very careful before they step out. They should speak to professionals who are damage controllers like us. Come and speak to the
crisis managers.
Come and see us. We were trained for this one. Our choice of words will make things well done. Yesterday, I took your press report and release, and I did a lot of damage control within your, and I kept referring to it. If your letter is authentic, me koso refer. Not the more Joyce, still unbreakable.
Oh, you're unbreakable.
Or
you're unbreakable. Counselor,
yeah, can say the importance of fathers in the life of their children. Actually, if you ask this, the other kind me who topping me, I will say, there is nothing that a father will do to show his importance than to impregnate a woman.
It's important.
The only important thing in the life of a child is to come on earth and to be told you have a father. That is the most important thing in the world. So if there's any importance that a father will show in the life of a child, is for the child to know that this man gave 72 strokes in a Tiwa Forest Galamsey and produce you. Moses say more quandem. That one alone makes you important in the life of a child. Now, immediately you know who your father is. Then you begin to connect to the father so you can have the father's blessing. Then, bam, you are getting the importance of a father.
Okay.
The second most important thing in the life of a father to a child is the name. When you don't have a name, you don't have anything. Because a good name is better than riches. You didn't design to be given birth to by Lutterodt. You didn't want to become, you didn't come into the world to say, I want to belong to the Asamoah family. But one Asamoah released a spermatozoa that has sensible sperm in it around a very solid cardinal strength of a semen. Beba kwati munsu asem na meke. Esa o describe me ye. Se na be ase na abo tinkoi. Wo hia bia, wo de ahya nyame anunya. It's a divine water. Se si nsuo bi ye nsuo we anunyam power asase so e be ma munsuo. Because ensuo egu a ye wade adi kotu a e kɔ no na mmoa ne kasa. Yeba yeba yebo yeba yebo yeba yebo yeba. Enkanka de kasa no. Enya de tim ho. Tim. It is it tells you that somewhere that you have come makes it important. So the name is very important. The next thing that you have to appreciate and see the importance in the life of a father is not because your father is just a father figure, but has gotten the courage, the patience, the love to make your mother at least a wife. Why am I saying that? Mami K, you can be a man and not a husband. You can be a father and not a husband. You can also be a husband and not a father. So the male has a lot of duty. And because there are different categories of women in the life of a man, as compared to Oba, women don't have categories of men. Yours is just a straightforward thing. If you have a man in your life, he's just a man to you or a husband to you. But for us, we can have varieties of women in our lives. What I say? Your life need different, sir. But the child comes to realize that he's not just a father, but he's also a husband to my mother. It makes the child feel so important because hona akurani suya akasa. Hona krani sua atnasie hona krani ye bema osua seni dachi ye di oba di nkomo hana krani oba osua sena dachi ye sumo bema enti the deficiency at times no ntimi ko base if you are a father and not a husband it becomes a certain challenge in the life of the child. The next important thing in the life of a child is a father who has a legacy that is being prepared for a child. Say eja pa adibi aman. Enye japa deal na meka. Munja itietie na enye japa deal na meka say famra. Me say eja pa ebeja de. What must say? Say forever. The land forever. The shirt forever. The shoe forever. Say ubenye japa we free ye ama oma forever gift.
Any here.
And also maunya the importance in the life of a father. The next thing is that one of the most important things in the life of a father that doesn't make you a husband, and that one you need is divinity from God. Every father is a prophet. Every father is a priest. Every father is a king. And out of them flows internal everlasting blessing. A woman cannot bless The blessing that makes a child rich, the blessing that makes a child important, the blessing that makes a child a good future husband, a good future wife, is not in the hands of a mother, but it's in the hands of a father. A mother can steal for you. Look at Rebecca. Why should Rebecca rush and go for a blessing from Isaac? Because even though she's a wife, she knows that Rebecca worry Isaac. Empo Isaac a near friend who said me kuna near friend and she let be when you move. Ah, son Shirano se me baninya. Dachi obi obesia Isaac awari piano obey ye. So a mother or tell us a wife, and at the end, Yan say, I Rebecca ni Isaac, Wadian, a do baby, a yet day, and ye is the sort of Beman and your friend Bay and Pema grow. Oh, what a Beman, you friendly, fitting fit as here. Now, what we see on Pema grow, dear, and wire skills neither. Wouldn't be away, but send me two way. I mean, who be beer. Now, all of a sudden, many fra. Now, me go sutia wadia. Ah, Sadia na yesi e very cry. Na fi no be tata. Fan sabre nye ho. So ha, menufoni mia. Enye easy. Enti Rebecca do baby no. Na wade ani nko ye. Ena enfie da Rebecca tem. Eni Isaac tem ntu no edu baby no. Na Isaac be ma yo na ba fom. Enti no mu nti ye. E san se eja oti ye no. So be hira ne ba, o de fa ne yire so. E de hwa no ho. Adwoa Fre oba bearman mame. Enya fre ye ba bearman mame. Fre oba bearman mame. Ni afra be. Fre oba ba no so kan. Enne me nya se me wudie. Ba me pese adoma chade bi o mso me fa ma wo bayi. Na ombe ye se me. Na oba bia odi ni kunu wa danse enokura danse bia nso no. Oma bearman ye yi. Eti eba de se na Rebecca, Isaac and freno me aduane a me kondo pa de onim no kane eya me maame na me ware me yire mfie bebrebe yi ma be sua me yire nso de ama ma gya to se we aduane a me pe enti sampa se me pe makono aduane di pa di anka nanka enya me ba na me frɛ na anu ama me I will call my wife Rebecca, can you feed me to bless our child? But because they were not in proper talking terms, the father bypassed the wife and said, I want to bless my son. And hear what the mother said. Bra. Mati se papa pese o shira unya beman. Mati. And the time when the beman kasan, because of money kasan, they are not in talking terms. But the mother took a risk for the child because the father's blessing is important. Nobody catch and say, Mimi ni say, me mapa. Ne near frame one dear. Na so the ninsa form who say, Nyame no shira na. Or the no mere bed, but to me, so anybody. Rebecca say, let your father's curse come upon me. It means that when it comes to a father's blessing, a mother who knows the importance of the man they are living with will not deny you of the importance of your father's blessing. The most important one is that look, your father is your prophet, your father is your priest, your father is the king over your life. And when you miss these important things in your life, because you can't be actually, and I'm a or yow, and I'm a probably feel crowd, and then when who saw your bema, or call no conya, money be wo ya, or me papa say wanka, na go best down the chama be shamo, who him the ordinary family power assassin so, and then I'm so my kumemu, and I'm a car, say mama ye that chanka, like a word neck when I do maybe I will nam. Oh papa, me kai pass say, who called JSS no, and I me call papa ho, and I me catch a zakola nevie, and to be a uniform or say, or bad year, or the school coy day, and I'm so now walk camp brofu, no be a friend here, couldn't do obey, Mammy, now mammy, yes, I drum my way, no, I paint to watching blue, green, check. Yami, I don't tell them the video book Ghana. Papa, be a wajidi. I want to afford a bad send Colana Jing. Or beside Baba or call for so by if you say, Yashi, Papa and Yashi, Bonnie Yashi, Moya member. And the Antonia, Mammy K, or Siano Petu, he requested that the daughter who is at that 24 years do oats for me to eat. The daughter did the oath and broke bottle and broke them into pieces and mixed it for the man to eat. That's the father. Because he has been brainwashed with the head of the mother. Yes. Me go school no menyemo. And the bisam sa wade any university then am fa na me see university dia me pe. And then am the counselor Lutterodt. And they say many aba na me ba be me ba. E ka bia wa boss onim say me ntua fa bra metua. But look at it. So the importance of a father, one of the people that can be replaced in your life one day is a mother, but not a father. Do you know why? Because immediately you replace your mother, nobody knows she's not your mother. And I will explain. Metiwe, Mrs. Samayirea, Obi enim. And Kurani koshia, almost you obi. No, I see meet mommy. Now your friend saying, "Oh, I am Mrs. Lutterodt." Nobody knows this is not their mother.
Because Papa didn't it was so.
But immediately my wife changes me, and I could go back and my children are following. And they meet them, what's your name? And then they say, my name is Elohim Lutterodt. What's your name? Agbabachu Lutterodt. What's your name? Millicent Lutterodt. Ah, is that so? Then they meet you. Oh, Mrs. Sampofo. Your children are, yes. So a mother can be replaced in the life of a child. But the father is irreplaceable. You will die with the father. The next important thing in the life of a child, from a father to a child, is that it is a father that names. It's a father that gives your hand in marriage. It is a father that buries. So when you disconnect from a father, you will not have anybody to name you. You will not have anybody to give your hand in marriage or receive marriage for you. When you die, you become a destitute. Nobody will bury you for your soul to relax. The importance of a father, it is irreplaceable. You can be useless. You can be wretched. You can be poor. You can be unassuming. You can be unpresentable. But what is in you, called a father, can never be tempered with.
Counselor, mofra bebre wo krom ha no say ya wo mudi wo mo papa no mo titiru ha ho ya opa ni nyina efa se ebia onyini no 5 6 7 8 ho ko no se wo ka asam to ni tirimu a eno an wo di nyini oduru sa age no ye ka kire ne se ne papa wo no ana se papa wo nyinsan maame no wo ye seti a maame no wa anye abofra no enti na chese ehia de bisa ya na wo ka no ehia de bi kra wo ho no mu a eja na anya asede ne e de ho yawo ene eho adwene ato abofra ne tim amenne nipa ne edi eja na eho yawo ebede na sa ne me nyina no yetimi.
Is it Father's Day, Husband's Day, or Responsibility Day?
What be sabi?
What are we celebrating? Father's Day, Husband's Day, or Responsibility Day? I feel guilty when my wife's daughter keeps referring to me as daddy, 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 and doesn't have the consciousness of going to look for her father. I will not take the bride price of that girl. I won't. Meje.
Empo wona o share no.
Meje. Se bema be ware sa me yire ba no. E ba na se ebusuafo nyina ewu mpo a. Me metchiro mo ba bia yesie ni papa. No mo koye ne wade wasamado.
Sane say wonti.
Because I cannot bless this girl to go into marriage.
Then
maybe I wali oba. Ah, one jine mfi ni papa nsem no. Wo be ma no confess suman esi wo so obre. Any man that has married a woman who never had a connection with the father, forever in your life, nothing will work for you. And there's no pastor that can reverse it.
Yeah, funny say, oyeja, enyina to, oyare, o kwako ware, oba kwako ware, ontumi mfa wonni nachi.
That's what.
Enti wafa ne wofa, anase wafa wonu abema. Say onko
na. Dem ohima tie me a simple principle. Me tie me maame ne nua baba metumi awale no. Ghana mran cheme.
Yo, but you can't share a junction.
Cheme. Adentia, e se me maame mo ho ne ye ndi mojafra. Me tie me papa. Ne papa. Se ne bibi esi na ye se e besi e hu se me mma ne fi na me ni wiase mu me papa ani ho na ye kofa me papa ni chromosomes ana ni blood DNA ni e ya ebe wo me mbanum. So my explanation is that if your father is weak, your father is dead. Anybody who is a male that belongs to your father's lineage has the mandate of continuing what your father. And you see, so you have no excuse. And I'm a we are phobia maybe some say. Now one swear, have you been there? The prodigal child said, even in my father's house, when the prodigal son met pigs, Oshiam preko, enye nipa, Oshiam preko, na osha trust moi, and preko ye Jimmy for, omo papa, omo ye, Oshiam preko odi en preko enduane, osimi papa fie mpu abi fino, and quiet if you open the way. In the midst of the pain, the child recognizes that in my father's house, he's even too kind to servant. He's kind to maid servant and male servant in his house. So the man I'm talking about, it is me who have rebelled. What your mother told you is true. Mami ke utiwe makade bi achro. Menewo ekodi benku ana bayire nti medi benku wi na di bayire. Na ye kodi di aka nka ho na wonyema. Ade mami ke da bi koyi. I don't just have your son. It's a sign we are here. A icing on the lunch. And immediately, a any pregnancy, I'll have a challenge to say, I am not ready for it. But this is why you tell me, well, if you are not ready, I am 32 years now, and I cannot attempt any killing again. As for this one, if you can't even do it, I'll keep it. So the decision was yours to keep. It doesn't negate the fact that I am the one who impregnated you. Women, get this thing out of your mind. The fact that the unwanted pregnancy, I denied it based on any reason. It could be fear, it could be shame, it could be ridicule, it could be because I'm canceling. Don't ask me and question them. Now, who did not name say canceling? What's the down? So, not canceling the down. Don't ask that question. Don't come and banter this morning. But Enyaku sipe. Don't destroy the destiny of the child. San komona kolani ni ho. Ne ba ne se na me ba. Asesi awanyi. Me ba ba na awanyi abatumi. Asema esi ase ne ba e. Otumi trase. No, me daddy, I wanted to ask you something that mommy said. Mommy said when she was pregnant, you gave her medicine to abort me, but she lied to you and threw it away. Is it true? That my daughter at age 21 years ago, an action that both of us took. Listen to me, when I gave you the drug, even though you didn't want to terminate the pregnancy, you collected it. And I saw you doing this. You didn't swallow. Because I want to keep the child. This is beautiful one. When you see that girl too, she has so much hip and have so much breast. She's even beautiful than the mother. So we brought something good into the world. And she's a girl. Then she sits me down at age 21 to ask me that this is what mommy told me. And it's bothering my mind. Daddy, can you tell me what the truth is? Did you tell mommy to abort me? Then you look at the child and say, mommy told you this, how old were you? Well, when I was just going to GSS1, mommy told me that I should be careful, that nobody does what you did to her, to me. So the mother was going to advise the daughter, I am not against it, but don't use foolish things.
Yeah.
Don't. Yes, you told my daughter you are going to tell her, I chanced on you when you were going to JSS1. You were just 18, and I'm very so far as but your daughter is going to school. Near see to Nufua. You can just say, men koya dear me ya papa any my wo, chemu or case minko yampuanka and na be and na papa wali mintiru. Once a baby or baby I mean to wechi. A son said, Nam de me fought to her, send me who be wechi, now what brenti. Me jam ye from my won kwa wow biampe wayo. So they make the child feel so hurt, say, or you're the only daughter of the mother because she coiled herself up. She didn't want any man anymore. My sister, you are lying. Didn't the last guy that came to your life, while you Sam, I didn't feel it's what forest. And soon you know, I'm saying, that's what Sakolana daughter, son, whatever your mother told you, it is in your head. When I tell you it's a lie, or it's true, Mami K, it will not leave your head. And to Bani Bisawa, the other can say, when did he tell you? Yeah, when I was going to JSS. And when did he tell you? When I was leaving Ghana to the medical school, I went to Mami, and this is the advice Mami gave me, that in the place I'm going, I should be careful that I don't become like what you did to her. Well, is it a good advice? Yes, but you are not matured enough. Or me so to me, Gina, sorry, demo. Edi san nkwasi andase ye wonyankopon anim ena na nya momma ye na nyame ase ai we asin de be tu bia no nyankopon na kwan mbaya mba me tum nyina afo se enye ni nyina na ye bone de ba eye se obenya kokoduro me se me kofa ye fun ya me ba ha me wale ye twe me san ye no na ye oya okese power sorry dem na so me tum waso nyankopon anim ena me tena agonwa na chi ene hwe de nyame aye me hwe akra ye obo keyboard akwele yi o na ene mu nyina wada ne sofu panyi wo manim yi enti enye hwe e ba menko yi maame efutu bonya de to nkola yi Papa no real no why? Only hobio. We should, so the children are bitter. The children are hurt because no father will tell, because we don't carry children.
Okay.
So we don't tell children everything.
I'll say phone line on that. After phone to me, 0200-854-255 0200-854-255. And no any number be to me afresh so. Nyame aduma kwesi ada eye ejanom eda. Ede be na wo maame. Eka kire wo fa wo papa ho ede ben so na okai a okai na ema wo enya saa odo ene akomapa no efa waja anase o papa ho eya asemboni bi na wote ye ede ben atenka kra na wo ede masa eja no anopai obetumi afre 0200-854-255 0200-854-255 na to me at the one so dear Abba. Me patch of for Dick Alba, who must so much here, your frost and I know Casa free. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Ireba. Medianes, we look at the floor, bossy.
Me patch oh, didn't save you.
Medianes, we look at the floor, bossy.
Okay, me patch it too.
Oh, yeah, that's it. And the cancer, papa. My stress, cancer. More, you need to write books and about your NHD for you can learn a lot from you.
Book no better.
Oh, yeah, better.
First copy, I said, me launch here.
So the way the new castle or casa.
Okay, now one casano or experience, you know, at the say, when you were experience, you know, send a city. When you are young, Kofa, and I say a dear Ben about better fan.
Oh, I mean, I have a good relationship with my dad, but it's quite unfortunate. He's late.
Okay.
I have a son, and I want to maintain a good relationship I have with my dad. I always provide for his needs, though I'm divorced there, but my current feeling says, my father love with my crown.
Okay.
I've learned a lot from what Councillor said.
Okay.
It henceforth, so no matter how I'm a faswa, someone cannot come at me because I'm divorced. A whole lot happened. It's a mama, or tap political canadian.
Yeah.
It's a me for cancer and 70 binames to say at the end of the day, that you know, Mamma cannot do a minute.
But Kaisa won't so responsibilities, no, unimu, a responsibility, no. And one other thing, so they won't say a cobani say no, I say Bemano, a say or render responsibilities are. I am not a mere binum. Ye mab of running who say, I dear way
divorce, young boy.
No, and no son, make a me percentage say, a man money ye be mamma of Franua. I am not mano. Ye ma woman who say,
I'm a sorry upon a month's cat get for fuel. Get for the children's fees. Then I'm someone come.
And I make an say,
Mimi, you fear me.
Castle call,
yes, you to phone call them, pass out about 2 to 5.
Say, and Opa, who say, oh, Papa,
that this door and kneel there and say, thank you very much. Mommy says you're giving her the fees. And my father will not even say, thank you. Sorry, they just say,
Good morning.
Good morning.
But your frost I hear Casafi.
Your friend, I buy me Casafi, I shall not then.
I buy a quava.
Mr. Lutterodt, they are controversial.
Where you controversy, dear, hey.
Oh, and then they were Casa.
na me aba me de me won kola 3 kola miensa na eye me ahu apa se me won kola miensa because me fi adwuma ba na me fi me kola ya me nya du gate na no dada enu kura ya ahu a na eta na ejanum bia adwuma di omu ndi wo fie omu nya responsible wo efie nti ama ye Father's Day tienu se ba se ya na ya nkata mpo ye were ahu nti no media me mblemu system no be ye papa bi no a omu nya omu niema ye omu tutu omu niema ye na ama se ye de ni ba na akoye bibie wo na ato nsuom nti ye be sire ejanum bi se so omu nya wu nkola ni ba asase so a omu mbo modi ase unni bi kura na masa menjani mfi nkola no ho mo omu hu se unni bi na ubedwawa wo ba na wadwane fi nkola no na wo de ahutire nti wo na baby pakotena baby emboa nti ye besire awufo ni mu bi jani mu bi se aye omu ntira omu yire ni omu nkola ho na dati omu so anya nsira wo so ti o mani nkola ho a na ma nsira no ba unye juma kula nyankopon be ma wadwuma ye unya ba mu ni nyame ne juma
abaya da se ene wafuto ade ameja no no pay enti wono so ne de no
yes nyame aduma na ewa na wotwe e ban mu
ebesimo no
ye beba is the responsibility and common no the son say announcing what the father is doing is important. What does it mean to be in the life of the child? Is it when you are seated with a child? What does it mean? Because that is where our embattlement is. What must say? And yeah, many indoors.
My uncle Humaso Emra. Me pacho macho ye frost here na kase free.
That's reasonable. That said Tina.
Okay, Tina etio.
Nyame hia kasla sa wakasa ye pa. Na me ba so late na so wa ye no makese am na me ye disable. Me pa antu me tru. O me tru wo na chi. No do yakọ school. Mama until say or dictate upon medical ability before I dictate in my name is me baby. I mean share my word no problem.
That's it papa say onu so tumi yes one who say ejanum bi wo ho no mo a counselor son say auto aduane am wadi nko a otua school fees nko a enkomo bi a onu obedie be ma bi a wakwa hia no wa brabomu Bema no hia no woni ne ntamo no etesen mu nkita hode ne tesen ede enkomo na mobo
itina me ka say you see the father is a leader and you see next week ye be mama tiase
na uni made ba kwa ya na uni made ba kwa ya na ekoso we ye fie bi mu aya na mente ase me papa ebetumi ni me edi nkomo ebizanze na wo kra nipa asomesi ane ne na me uhu ne se ne ade ejanu bi ho no a wo mo dwene se ensese woni akwala ne bedi sa nkomo no
ni nyina kan the you see or your present because next week me church I say what say they are too much
ye ni nkomo me pa cho akwaba ye frost he na akasa free
but so good morning when the counselor mama ni age pa ya baby na shika mi baby botiano
ye tie o mama
me so ma dream chire kakra ne say yesu sano ya mama no nyenyenyenye metumi fu no kwan de bre so nte nam so ma me papa ne ni jaa awade
okay
enso papa ne ni jaa awade no ono ti yetna ase ka kire yen say ye papa ne ni suban
okay
mayen sie papa nchen biom wo ho ba me mani afi entimi ni fu de oye yes but no me nanu kitwan de no mu susa enti no mu enhu bibia enti otimi say ya o ma dwen but me de no ntumi say ma dwen because me tie no e wo kwan de bresu a enye enti ama ende nyina osisi ekoye papa nchen a oni ye ntem obepu ye owu ama ye nsi na yi ase but me timi ka kire me nua no mo say oboa na de esi wo mo ntem na yo mo mi enu asem but ye nkohwehwe ye papa ekire enti ne counselor mama koma tom ye nyame yo nhyiraw no nya okesie
na me so nhyiraw ene wakoma pa ene akukudura wo so nya ya utumi ne onua no kasa ya
eno ne na wotwe ba nkomo na ebedi no nkwala ne bebre enyanka omeko magyanom ho ena papa no bebre nso nyanka omegye nkwala no na enna no mu de duabo ato nkwala bi so
ensem a ya na ye ka no
o de nomie bi ato akwala no so ba men kan cho so ma men nomie enye foko o papa no me na ye foko test I said no dey a modern case mesre obi nka say disrespect your mother obi nka say women are less important but the challenge is that the position of a father can't be replaced.
Okay.
And for that matter, stay focused. Whoever your father is, especially when your mother says, this man is your father.
Okay. Me pacho, good morning. You're frost and I hear kase free.
Pacho, I send you, Sarah, me kase free of Uncle Berry.
Okay. Yet you.
Answer, Yamin Sharpa.
I'm imagine mobile money quite so.
Yamin shall be brave. Somehow can send be brave. But a janum dinuna, Ayama, Sani Mawi, Akoswa, do a modana, na basa. Na me first acquaintance at the Mikurasi. Yamin Shira Miku, although they don't ma. Any near my yen fee, na me own son be brave. Na no abofra bakwa, me de beware, papa. Na me shed ye, Sane Jani ya. Na chese metumi aka senka Father's Day no kura no eto ba bia na ehu hiase yedi because abofra wa wona ba wiase me de na brew wantimi ahwa abofra ne da oya abofra ne basa tontanta ma abofra di jane me ko fa ma ade ma hwa abofra ti say abofra 18 years papa ne nim se abofra ne so ote sen I see abofra da so okoska ni school aka tan chen wo wie enti ebasa na abofan benya atenkama ena onya atenkama papa me de na eye me fesenka abofan nya papa but amasa sikansa nyamin shaw eti na ma bebrefo
mama me sro abofan no papa
o mo mpacho o sei
me sro abofan o papa
me pacho an o papa
bo modern na abofan ne papa nya ba ko se na be a wadwuma wa ye nyina no entosin ya pa ho de frɛ me ni andi nkomo enya den kra say asema si 18 years ago ye we so ano na de tro number esan your mobile money number 0277 609 644 o de tro number call 0277 609 644 na kwesi ade nyame ya adoma ye nhyiamu kese pa I celebrated the father of the year wo show ameye afibia your friend making fathers out of men. The table of boys now men. But
counselor, asema odi abey na ye betumi akase oba bi eye eja na.
Oba bi antimi nya eja. Oba bi oye eja bi aye before. You see next week make sure we say you see if you think that responsibility is what is making you a father, you are carrying a curse.
Once the roles be no more.
No, you can't be. You can't be. This is our sub. See next week I'm going to do what does it mean to be a present father?
Okay, my uncle for your last caller na yentu adwumede ni so. Me pa cha o ma che.
Ye oba anything.
Nyame adom na so e.
Me ho ye pa.
Me pa cha o so o de ne de hen.
Okay, me fesi afanko. Na ese me wusu.
Eja wusu ete o.
Me papa. Na mbese me wish me Father's Day na oni mlo ye na mi sha kete na mama ewu ko ye ba papa no esi de ni obama kam on no share miau o de mi ko school nursery no ba family so de ni o duty no jam dem no akoma ba hwe me no be gan de mi ko school no de maba papa no share miau na do ko pension o US up to now or as one ska nti papa de
ja no mo sa de oboa o na ba to what is say
oh more 30 years
and you say nya oba ne me
okay oh
okay yenua menua ne o iti ejanum sa de ye me papa counselor me papa yenya ogon 20 oh there be so of first no wo see your oba nchiana wachi ame no me jene so no was ya enti na mbisa nze wa disay
we to marry why
there be me kura me 10 no so 30 years
anti wo so ready
there be manyin say no
I don't read the when you say. Oh, nyame yeah, then I see na can we.
But who said there na so kano e no kro me papa na ameti hey. Me ma ka je ne say won wuye a woti asi. Oye den sika medi. Enti wono no wonim dada. Me ka say ko ka say won wuye. Adi ohie bia me man se na ne sika abedi. Na bi ni sika na medi. De oba ne den. E ma ni sika sem. Na sa ne ba ne me. Obi aka say onya. Tio, se ne awoka no eja ene ena no. Yeni lifespan ni hu ana me boa. Forever. Awade abawo ene owu. Forever. Yeah. Enti sisi ano wo ye no, wa wo forever. Enukre. Aya chede a nyame de ama forever. Enti eso otua ho ka forever. Forever. Enti menini mienu no. Forever. Ye shia baby a forever. Ye beji ehun sika. Forever. Forever. Enti anopai happy Father's Day in advance. We eja, we nya boys o. We nya boys da o. Who said Danny Drew ho say ya. Obi onu mo a onwo da. Or a potential father. We nya potential father you best set your date. We eja. The best set date na. The oma we abortion po nya father here. And the best set that date na. Akwa no what we go here there father. It's celebration. Happy Father's Day in advance. Enko ema eja bia. So won kwa o woni nkwa wo ye eja. Was a wo ye a onya sa akokodro no ni abada ye hwe sa abofra no nkwa de wo ye eja. Enti happy Father's Day. Fathers ne doso wo mo doso pa wo hu echire ho no mo no ye wo bad time bi wo be ma time bi wo ho no mo a wo no ana o mi mo bi edin happy Father's Day be ma bad time bi e wo echire ho ze kro kasa gu masum ono ana dware ne ba no ono ana de ne ba ko school otete aduane ma no wo hwe ne ma ne da wo hwe ne ma ne ye bibia enti sai ni pay afa no ma me ewu ana wo ne ma beti ase e ma meti ase fara de ko ma no ofa ne ma no so ya me si next thing ko ma be di no kwala be san ko ma me no ofa ne eze oba me ho me ba me ho ade ne me ye wo na so ya no pan meja ho ma ba adwuma okay nti ene efe na me say obeye so ati ase
me see next thing what does it mean to be a present father e be this uncle one self next week
but I don't pay happy Father's Day in advance ejebia e chia wa no pay da se unya kokoduro unya ahoden unya atema unya sa you know gidie ne woyemu na otumi ehwe ye bedru sampempen so yi nyame adomo a ye hia but counselor
Madam Ase, Yake, Makaze Kusiada, just watch the same space, Facebook Live, may celebrate the Father of the Year. Who knew Bakro? Your man the biggest honor. Adiam ya Fibia, Tinyambi Yadoma, Yewia, Yadweba, because we share interviews in watch them live on Facebook, and some SCC will maybe a brabum. Happy Father's Day to my father, Mr. Jerry Alexander Lutterodt. Mr. Jerry Alexander Lutterodt. Yami shira say me ba Krumama sisi Ghana for the only counselor in the whole wide world. Me wa obi ani hobio. Yami shira mu nyina oma mu kwatenten. Happy Father's Day in advance. Mami kewe da say. Good night.
Yes, yeah, that's it.